I welcome you all with my love and respect. I thank Vijay Foundation for organizing this wonderful program. Today's subject is living enlightenment. I'll try to share few ideas, few truths. Then we will internalize these ideas, these truths by questioning them. Please understand. If you don't question, you don't internalize. So we will have a question answer session where you can question these truths to internalize. There is another one problem. If you are completely negative, questioning is not going to help you. Same way, if you are not in the inquiry mood, questioning is not going to help you. Some people, they are just filled with belief or faith. They are not in inquiry mood. And some people are completely negative. Again, they are not in inquiry mood. If you have the deep seeking, the inquiry sense, and inquire, you can be sure these truths can be internalized, and any truth internalized expresses in the life by itself. In Vedanta, we have 3 words: Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravana means listening to the great truths. Manana means internalizing it. Nididhyasana, living it. So today, we'll listen few truths about enlightenment, try to internalize those truths, then naturally you will be living enlightenment. So the way for living enlightenment, the Jivan Mukti, is listening and internalizing. First, I'll try to share the few truths which I wanted to share with you all. What I mean by the word living enlightenment. Please understand, this is the definition I have to share with you all. Living enlightenment means conflict-free life. Living without any conflicts, completely in ease with your body, mind, and the whole surroundings, what you experience as the outer world. Please understand. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, how can we be conflict-free in this world filled with conflicts? How can, only when the whole world is silent, happy, blissful, I can become conflict-free? No, it is never going to happen. One more thing, actually your enlightenment is no way connected or related to whole world or anything. When you start living conflict-free life, what you know as the world will become conflict-free. Only that can happen. You will never be able to make the whole world silent, peaceful. All the problems are created by the people who are trying to make the whole world silent. All problems are created by them who are trying to create silence. Actually, even in the hall, meditation hall, I have seen many times, the volunteers who are shouting, silent, silent, they create more sound than the few people who talk. It is actually they create the more sound. So who have volunteered their life to create the whole world peaceful, they create more noise, they create more problem, they create more sound than the people who are living. Actually, there is no such thing as peace of the whole world. It never existed. It can never exist. Even now, the press people asked me about this global peace and all this subject. They say that so much of inequality, that is the reason terrorism. I say from the time immemorial, the inequality is there. Actually, more and more inequality happens by the people who are trying to create equality. What to do? Anybody who is revolutionary, the moment he comes to power, he becomes one more tradition. Last 3,000 years of the recorded human history, we have 5,000 wars. Each war claims, when they start the war, they say we are going to bring peace to the world. Each war Each leader who starts the war claims he is going to bring peace to the world. One important truth is missed by all of them. When you start becoming conflict free, suddenly the world which you experience becomes conflict free. Only that is possible. This is the only possibility. If you try to do anything more, anything beyond, I always tell people, your manasarira can become peaceful. That is what is world. We have different layers of our being. Stula sarira means physical body. Your skin is the boundary of your physical body. Prana sarira means the prana which you use, maybe 6 feet to 9 feet. That is the boundary of your prana sarira. Mana sarira means the mind, the length and breadth which you can visualize with your mind, or the number of years you can foresee about your life. See, you can't foresee, you can't visualize about your life more than 1 year. Try your best. You may imagine, but you can't visualize. Imagination is different from visualization. Visualization means when you visualize, your heart also believes what you are visualizing is possible. Imagination means when you are thinking, your heart very clearly knows it is nothing to do with your reality. Please understand the difference between imagination and visualization. With imagination, when you are imagining, your heart knows you are imagining. With visualization, suddenly you know there is a possibility. Yes, I am thinking. I am working. There is a subtle difference between imagination and visualization. What you can visualize is the boundary of your manasarira. Whatever you can visualize, if that becomes conflict free, in tune with what you are inside, you are living enlightenment, you have brought peace in the world. Only this is the possibility. This is the only thing which is possible. Everything else is impossible. People think, oh, whole world should become peaceful, should become happy. Only then I will be peaceful. I will be happy. You will never be. It's like you wait. One child was waiting. Mother asked, where? Child was waiting on the seashore. Mother asked, why are you waiting without taking bath? He says, no, let all the waves get settled, then I will take bath. It's never going to happen. Please understand, it's a very subtle point. If you can understand this truth, your unnecessary efforts you will be relieved from those unnecessary efforts. Many times, we continuously suffer seeing others suffering. People ask me, Swamiji, are you not suffering? Seeing war here, seeing terrorism there. I said, please understand, if you also start suffering, you will add more suffering to planet Earth. Don't suffer. Try to bring people out of suffering. Your sympathy is supposed to bring them to your level. Not, it should bring you to their level. There is a big difference. If you also reach their level, what will happen? There is one more person who is suffering. People come and ask me, what is the solution for poverty? I tell them, try to bring them to your level. Change their consciousness. Change their idea about life. Try to bring them to your level. If you start thinking about that continuously and depressed, you will reach their level. Then we have one more poor person, that's all. It's no way going to help. So, what I mean by the word living enlightenment, the first definition, living conflict-free life inside your body, mind, and what you experience as the world. I am not using the word whole world. No. I am using the word what you experience as the world. This is the only possibility. Nothing else is possible. If this is done, you are living enlightenment. Usually, we set impossible goals and try to reach. When we fail, we confirm it is impossible. And once we confirm it is impossible, we stop putting even the little effort which we were doing. And after that, all we do is blame the world, blame the God, blame everybody. Continuously blaming. Our whole life ends in blaming. So fix the proper practical goal understand what is possible and try to work. When you know something is possible and start working towards it, even a small, simple victories you achieve will bring tremendous encouragement, will give you tremendous courage, more confidence. You will start moving deeper and deeper towards the truth. You will start achieving and living what I call enlightenment. Let me define the enlightenment: living conflict-free life. If I have to use more words, I can give you a little detailed definition so that it can become like a practical techniques. See, now what I said, living conflict-free in the body, mind, and what you experience as the world is the truth. That's the truth. Now, I am trying to make that as a science which you can use in your life, applied science, technique. 4 techniques. I call these 4 as the techniques. 4 techniques to live enlightenment. First thing, changing whatever you can change, Shakti. Expressing energy to change whatever you can change. Please understand, spirituality is not complete tamasic acceptance. It's laziness. Laziness is not spirituality. Laziness is not spirituality. Many times, that is what has happened to India. See what has happened. The civilization which stands for enlightenment, this whole country's infrastructure is built for enlightenment. This whole country's infrastructure, please understand, all over the country, the whole country is built for enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. But somehow, slowly in course of time, as Krishna says, Yogo Nashta Parantapaha. The yoga is lost. The great science is lost. When the science is lost, the tamas is taken as enlightenment. Tamas is taken as spirituality. The laziness has become spirituality. Laziness is not spirituality. The energy to change whatever you can change. The energy to change. You can change so many things in your life. People come and ask me, is the life defined, predetermined, or we have free will? It's like a tape recorder. If you don't interfere, it will go on. It will go on, pre-programmed. But you have a will to interfere in many things. You have will to interfere in many things. If you can interfere, there are so many things which you can change just with a simple effort. Not even you need to have a big sankalpa, just simple effort. Many things with which you suffer, simple addictions or mental setup. I'm not even talking about like alcohol or smoking. Those things are different. The simple mental sufferings, the restlessness with which you are continuously suffering, the constant irritation which we are carrying, these all straight away you can change. The constant irritation is almost like our habit. See, you don't need any incident to irritate you. We are just waiting. We are just waiting to jump on people. Anybody, if they just come in our presence, that's enough, they will have their blessing. We are just waiting. They don't need to do anything wrong. If they just appear in front of us, that's enough. We are just boiling from the morning till the moment you rest or relax. We are just bubbling, boiling with irritation. Even that is an addiction. That is an addiction. These simple things you can change straight away. All you need is understanding. You have a big problem. No, 10 times I tried, I failed. I don't think it is possible by me. Please understand, 10 times when you actually try to create peace, as long as that your effort is there, the peace will be there. The restlessness will not be there. When you forget, then restlessness comes back. But when you remember, you don't remember, you forgot. That is why the restlessness came. You stopped your effort, only then restlessness came. You forget. After you stop your effort, only the problem starts. You think, no. Yesterday morning I tried to be peaceful. But see, today morning, I am not peaceful. But by yesterday evening, you forgot. You stopped putting the effort. We don't remember that. Whenever you put your effort, there is a result. When we stop putting the effort, only then mind goes back. We don't remember that point. That is a very important point. We remember only the points we started putting the effort. We never remember the time we stopped putting the effort. We let the mind go back, or we allowed the mind to become restless. We don't remember those points. You allowed the mind to become restless again. So please understand, this is an important fact, important truth. We don't express the energy to change whatever we can. There are so many things you can change in your life. The other day, one incident happened. One person came to me and said, Swamiji, I surrendered myself to you. You should save me. I said, what do you mean by surrender? And what way you want me to save? Because this is a very technical word. Anybody can use these words and abuse. Anybody can use and abuse. It's very technical. And words can be used in many ways. Words can be used in many ways. We need to be very careful. I ask them, whenever they utter any words, I tell them, please define it. Define it. Because many times your dictionary is different from my dictionary. Even though there is a common dictionary, we don't use it. Each one has their own dictionary. So please define it. Let's define. He says, no. I have a bad habit of going to wrong places. Now I surrendered myself to you. You should help me to stop. I sat with him, spent some time. I told him, this is wrong. Why don't you think of your life? You have become insensitive to love. You have become disrespectful to relationships. It is far more deeper in the life. And all few words I uttered. I told him, please carry on. And after a few weeks he came and said, you are not saved me at all. Still I am doing the same thing. I told him, what do you mean? You want me to take your car keys and hide? He told me, no, I have surrendered myself to you, but still I am a same old person. I told him, what do you mean? You want me to take your car keys and hide and tell you not to go anywhere else? You have the independence. See, when you want the independence to live as you want, I can only give you the knowledge. It's you who needs to apply. Then I told him, what do you mean by using the word surrender, and what do you mean by the word saying that I need to save you? If you say that extreme, then I can tell you, sit here itself, don't go anywhere else. Then you will say, no, I need freedom. I need freedom. Then I tell, all right, have freedom, have this knowledge also, so that you will live this knowledge in your life. No, you don't want knowledge, but you want freedom. It's like a freedom without responsibility. Freedom without responsibility. You have a freedom to change so many things in your life. We don't want to change. And we say, no, this is my life. What can I do? How will God save me? See, you are the God who can save you. Uttared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadaye. It is you who need to lift you by yourself. If you can't lift yourself, you are the worst enemy for you. If you can lift yourself, you are the great friend for you. So it is you who need to do. Many times people want freedom, but anything wrong happens, they say, no, I have surrendered to this God, I have surrendered to that Guru, nothing has happened. What do you mean? It's like using the words, being hypocritical, not straight, not honest with what they want to do. So the first definition, the first technique of living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti, is energy. Express the energy to change whatever you can. One more thing. Even simple things which you change in your life. Please understand. Simple things. You don't know the power of changes, simple changes which you make, suddenly you will see the cumulative effect of those simple changes. It's a huge transformation. You start changing simple things every day, small things every day. Even that, within a year or two, you will see such a drastic, great transformation. It's a cumulative effect of that simple change. Somehow, we don't respect that simple changes because we want everything instant. But we don't have intensity for that instant change. You want the instant transformation, but you don't have intensity for that. What to do? This is the only way. Express the Shakti. Express the Shakti to change whatever you can. There are so many ways. You can change the way in which you look at the world. You may say, usually people complain, no, I'm not able to drop smoking. I'm not able to stop drinking. These all you may not be able to do. That is different because that became part of your system. But there are something which you can change immediately. Cognitive shift. That's what I call cognitive shift. Understanding about the so many things of your life in the world. If you change the understandings, this all you can change it immediately. For this you don't need anything else. This is a simple thing. Bring knowledge to your life. Try to bring spiritual knowledge, understanding about the self, understanding about the world, understanding about the existence. These kind of things, it may be simple, but you will see your whole thinking system will become different. When the cognitive shift happens, see, whenever I use the word Shakti, the power to change whatever you can, first thing I mean is change the way in which you think. That is what I mean. Change the way in which you think. Don't try from the wrong corner. If you start, whenever I tell people, change whatever you can change, immediately they start struggling with their alcohol habit, their smoking habit, or some strong habits. Then you are bound to fail. Don't start there. Then you are touching the wrong point. Start thinking, start changing your thinking system. That's the first thing you need to do. Try to work on the thinking system. How you think. How you approach the world. Try to change your understanding. Shakti to change whatever you can change. The intelligence. The energy. You have so many ideas, so many understandings about the world. Wrong understandings. Many times which disturbs you and disturbs others. Try to change that part first. Actually, if you change the way in which you think, understand, the habits will automatically change. Even if they don't change, it's okay. I'm not giving you a license to do whatever you want. But if you start changing the way in which you think, many things will automatically drop, automatically change. You will see the whole life will become different. Just now, the press, they were asking me many questions. I was avoiding many questions. They said, one journalist said, it's escapism. I told him, yes, even if it is escapism, it is okay. If I can directly do something, let me talk about it. If I can't do, let me not talk about it. Same way, in your case also, whatever you can do, start working about it. Start doing something about it. Your understandings, you can change from today. From today, you can start changing the way in which you think. Many things about life, karma, effects, the cause and effects. So many ideas you have can be changed. You can reprogram your inner software. You can create more clarity, more understanding about everything. So reprogramming your inner software, please understand one more thing. The Dharma is not belief system. It is not belief system. Dharma is the legal opinion about the existence way of working. If you go to a lawyer and talk to the lawyer, you will have an idea, understanding about how the country works. Same way, if you go to a spiritual person who has experienced the cosmos law and talk to him, relate with him, receive his ideas, you will have an idea of how the existence works. Whatever I am talking is a legal opinion of cosmos. It's a legal opinion of cosmos. That is what I call dharma. So internalizing dharma is not just believing some facts. People think reading spiritual books means, oh, I start believing this Swami, I start believing in that book. No. Knowing the facts, how the cosmos works, knowing the facts, how the law of nature works, that is what is dharma. Being very clear, not believing if I do bad today, tomorrow something bad will come to me. Not believing that. Knowing the signs, how it clearly happens, connecting, feeling, internalizing, clearly understanding it's a fact. We may not be able to understand with our small logic today. Expanding your logic to understand that dharma is a fact is what I call changing your mental setup, cognitive shift. An important thing you need to know, when you change the mental setup, when you start changing the mental setup, suddenly the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. See, the mechanical parts of your brain will be active just because you are a human being. The moment you take birth, you start growing, your physical age grows, the mechanical parts of your brain will be active just because of your birth. But when you start understanding the cosmic dharma, when you start understanding the great truths, the non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. That's what we call second birth, dvija, rebirth. That is, in the tradition we say, if you are initiated into spirituality, you are called dvija, reborn. Means, now you start understanding the dharma of cosmos. Now your thinking setup has become new. You are not thinking in the angle of animals, the survival, just based on fear and greed. Animals don't need thinking because they don't need to do anything. All they need, they run based on fear and greed. If you are running based on fear and greed, the mechanical parts of your brain is more than sufficient for you. To go beyond fear and greed, for that only you need non-mechanical parts of your brain to be awakened. Awakening of the non-mechanical parts of your brain is what we call Kundalini awakening. When you start changing the way in which you think, the dharma, how the cosmos works, how this happens, how that happens, people usually question me, how can energy be awakened by changing the understanding? See, in your life, day-to-day life, you can see, if you are trained to feel tiredness at particular time, even if you have not worked the whole day, when the moment arrives, you will be tired. Really? Usually you get depressed morning around 9:30 thinking that you have to go to office. You get stressed. You can see even in Sundays when you don't need to go to office, that 9:30, 10 o'clock, you will have that low mood. You will tell yourself, hey, today is Sunday, I don't have to go to office, relax. Even then the low mood will not leave. The mental setup is directly connected to your Kundalini awakening. So when you use the Shakti, change whatever you can change, you are awakening tremendous energy in you. You are awakening tremendous energy in you. Patanjali says beautifully, even if you fight with one habit, you are awakening, releasing tremendous energy in you. See, habit is energy used unnecessarily or in wrong direction. Unnecessarily, wrong direction. Both is a habit. When you break one habit, even a simple habit like having a cup of coffee early morning, or will not be able to have breakfast unless you see the newspaper. Even this kind of habits. If you break even one single habit, you release tremendous energy in your system. You release tremendous energy in your system. That is why in our tradition, we had the habit of fasting. We had the habit of keeping vigil throughout the night. This kind of habits, this kind of traditions, so that you will try to break and create new energy. New energy. Habit means what? Living in a mechanical way, without attending, without bringing your awareness to this moment. If you live, you are in habit. Anything you do without bringing awareness to it is a habit. Anything you do with awareness is meditation. Your whole life, there is only two parts. One is habit, another one is meditation. If it is done with awareness, it is meditation. Anything, any action, if it is done without awareness, any action is habit. Even driving, you think, no. How can driving and all become habit? You can see in your life many times. You will start from your house. Only when you reach your office and park your car, suddenly you will remember, for last half an hour you have been driving. You have been driving. You have taken at least 200, 300 decisions. Taking right turn, left turn, stopping in a signal, honking. You have taken so many decisions. But only when you reach your office, suddenly you remember, half an hour I was driving. Please understand, your life has only two parts. One is habit, another one is meditation. If you have not any part of your life which is not meditation, is habit. Any part of your life which is meditation is not a habit. It means now, till this moment, almost all our life is habit. It is a habit. It is going on. Bringing awareness means trying to change whatever you can. Shakti. Express the Shakti to change whatever you can is what I call first technique, first method. Try to change even simple things. If you can, change. Continuously change. This is the first part of enlightenment, living enlightenment. First technique. Second technique, accept whatever can't be changed. Now big question comes. Where is the line? What I can change, what I can't change. Let me define what is acceptance. Then this question will be solved. First I say, change whatever you can change. The Shakti to change whatever you can change. Now I am saying, the Buddhi to accept whatever can't be changed. Death can't be changed. Many things. The life can't be changed. The flow of life. Accepting all those things. Relaxing with all those things. Buddhi to accept whatever can't be changed. See, there are so many things in the life which can't be changed. You know. Accepting all that is what I call intelligence, Buddhi. Now, this big question, how will I know when a situation comes in my life, whether to use my Shakti and change or accept, use my Buddhi and accept? What is the scale? Please understand, I can give you this one scale. A very strong, straightforward truth. This one scale. To measure whether your life is a struggling, whether you are wasting your energy in trying to change which you can't be changed, or whether you are accepting the things can't be changed and living smoothly. Please understand, this one point is a very vital point. It's very experiential. Early morning, when you get up from your waking state and when you get up from your sleeping state and moving to the waking state, your transition between the Sushupti, deep sleep state, and waking, Jagrat state, your transition, if that is very smooth, please understand, your life is going very smoothly, You are accepting whatever needs to be accepted. You are changing only whatever needs to be changed. You are not struggling. If the transition is very disturbing, please understand, now you need to learn more acceptance. You don't need to express energy. Now all you need is acceptance. Let me define very clearly. Early morning, it's a very deep, subtle, mystical point. I can say it's a very practical point. I don't want to just use some words and give you a lecture and go away. Then when you go out, what will happen? What will be the side effect? You will say, oh, Swamiji spoke well. But what is the use? What is the use? I am trying to share the practical techniques, very practical points. Early morning, when you move from the deep sleep state to the waking state, after coming to the waking state, if you feel alive, two kinds of feeling you will have. Sometime when you come to the waking state, you think, oh God, I could have been sleeping. That was wonderful state. Sometime after waking up, you feel, oh God, that was such a trauma state. It was such a torture. Now I am okay. Especially after night mass, if you come out, you feel, oh God, it was a worst state. I am so happy that I am out of that state. If you feel the deep sleep and the waking state, that in both states you are completely relaxed and settled. Nothing needs to be done. Just relax. You are in the right zone. You are in the right zone. You are expressing right amount of Shakti, right amount of Buddhi. You are changing what you can and you are accepting what you can't. You are in the right mode. If you feel the waking state is, if you feel more happy and connected in the waking state, if you feel loaded in the deep sleep state, you need Shakti. Means you need to change things now. You are lacking in that area. Please understand. If you are more happy after waking up, you felt somebody was sitting on you. People come and complain. Swamiji, Bhoot was sitting on me, on my chest and pressing me. No Bhoot needs to come. No Bhuta needs to come. Actually, we are more powerful than any Bhuta. No Bhuta needs to come. People come and complain. It's nothing but this psychological feeling of being suffocated in the deep sleep state. That suffocation is what you call, some spirit was sitting on me, sitting on my chest and pressing me. All kinds of descriptions they give. If you experience suffocation in the deep sleep state and feeling very relieved in the waking state, be very clear. You need to change many things in your life. Now you don't need to use your buddhi, you need to use your Shakti. If you are feeling more settled in the deep sleep state, the moment you come to the waking state, if you feel stressed, if you feel disturbed, if your pressure goes up, in the West they say 90% of the heart attacks happen only in the morning hours. They say Monday morning blow-ups. Especially Monday morning, the office stress. If you have that stress, the moment you enter the waking state, you are filled with the suffocation and stress. Then, now you need to use your buddhi. You don't need to change things. It is time you start relaxing. Whether you need to work or you need to relax, this is the definition. This is the scale. If you are more ease and settled in the deep sleep state or in the waking state, find out. You can find out every day morning. The moment you wake up, how you feel, you can find out. It's a very practical sutra to find out whether you need to use more Shakti or more Buddhi, because the whole spirituality, any seeker will have conflict between these two ideas. Many people come and ask me, Swamiji, this is my situation. You want me to accept that this is God's will, or you want me to fight it out? Come on, tell me. Many people ask me. Please understand, I can only give you the technique. You can find out the solution. See, in the waking state, If you are more stressed, you need buddhi. Means you are fighting too much, relax. Start using the buddhi. Start accepting things as they are. Stop fighting. If you are stressed, more in the unconscious zone, if you are feeling suffocated in the deep sleep zone, the deep sleep state, you don't need acceptance. You need fighting spirit. Come out. Start changing things. Start changing things. Every stress, every situation, early morning you can analyze with this one point. With this one point. Now I can tell you, if you use this technique, any problem, you can take a decision whether to fight or accept within 24 hours. Because every day morning you can scan. You can scan and see. And one more thing, I am responsible for what I am talking. I have worked with this technique very clearly. Not only on myself, with thousands of my disciples. It works. It works. Whether to fight or to accept. This is the method. Early morning, sleep with that problem that night. Early morning when you wake up, feel it was the sleep was suffocating or waking up is stressful. Find out. If sleep was suffocating, it is time you use the Shakti, fight. If waking up after the waking state, if that was stressful, it is time, relax. Use the buddhi. Your intelligence is more intelligent than what you think. Your intelligence is more intelligent than what you think. The second point is buddhi, to accept whatever you can't change. In your life, there are so many things which you can't change. You need to accept. By accepting itself, you go beyond it. See, any problem, any difficulties, by accepting, you go beyond it. You go beyond. So many things, by acceptance, you go beyond. Even the people who come to fight with you, when you accept them, suddenly they lose the spirit of fighting with you. They think, what is the use of fighting with this fellow? Be too good so that you can't be disrespected. You can't be ignored. Please understand, this is the important sutra. Be too good. You can't be ignored. You can't be disrespected. We don't have that much patience. That is where problem starts. We don't have that much of patience to be too good. Then we go on blaming. No, good people are suffering. Relax. Cosmos is not sadistic. Cosmos still runs as per dharma. There is no Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is nothing but your brain. Kali Yuga is nothing but your ego. Kali Yuga is nothing but your impatience to look into the truth. People come and complain me. No, Swamiji, in Kali Yuga all good people are suffering. Bad people are living happily. No. Whoever suffers doesn't mean he's a good guy. And it's our ego. See, we are suffering in the outer world. But it is too much to say we are bad people. That is why we are suffering. It is too much. So we can't bear that. It's too much of guilt. So what to do? Then start blaming the whole world, whole structure. Let us blame the whole structure. No. God punishes all good people and all bad people are enjoying the life. No. Please understand. Cosmos is fulfilling itself through you. You are a miracle. You are not an accident. Constantly we think we are an accident. Cosmos is torturing us. No. Cosmos is not sadist. God is not punishing you. People come and tell me, no, Swamiji, you don't know, God is punishing me. Please understand, God has not come to that level to punish you. And you are not raised to that level to be punished by God. You are also not that great to be punished by God. God has also not come down to that level to punish you. We go on abuse the dharma. No, you don't know, it is Kali Yuga. Dharma will not be prevalent. This history says, that Purana says, that Bhagavata says, that Sutra says it's Kali Yuga, life will be like this only. No. Be very clear. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. I am responsible for what I am talking. I know the meaning of the words I am uttering. There is no such thing as Kali Yuga. It is our impatience to look into the truth is what we call, or we claim, we come to the conclusion that it is Kali Yuga. Look little deep into the truth. You will see Dharma is prevalent. It is Satya Yuga. When you are superficial, when you don't look into the things, world is Kali Yuga. You are in Kali Yuga. You will attract only that kind of people around you. You will attract that kind of friends around you. You will attract that kind of relationships around you. You will attract that kind of situations around you. You will be living in Kali Yuga. Actually, in what conscious you are, you will attract only that kind of people around you. You will be in Kali Yuga. If you look little deep, if you have little patience to look into the reality, the truth, suddenly you will see the world is Satya Yuga. Still Krishna is playing. Still Rama is living. Still all the great masters are alive. It is Satya Yuga. Still Dharma is running. People ask me, what do you mean by this? So much of terrorism is going on, so much of poverty, so many war is going on. What do you mean by this? Still things are Satya Yuga. Understand, when Krishna was there was no war or what? When Rama was there was no poverty or what? No. Please understand. When Rama was there also, some part of the world, people were living in Kali Yuga. And even now, some people are living in Satya Yuga. So, Satya Yuga or Kali Yuga is not the chronological time. It is nowhere related to chronological time. It is individual's decision. If you want, now you can enter into Satya Yuga. If you decide, from today, I will have different consciousness, then naturally you will attract that kind of friends. You can see in your life. If you are sad, if you are continuously having self-pity, you will attract the relationship friends who will torture you. You will see. You will continuously attract people who will abuse you because you feel very comfortable with them. After 3 days, you forget that they abused you. You can again relate with them. You find out their cell phone number. You forget. Just 3 days before you have been abused. No. It's okay. But he is a good guy. In the heart, he is very good guy. I don't know what do they mean by this word. In the heart, he is very good. Even though he abused me, in the heart, he is very good. They have their own technical terms to justify what is going on. You attract abusive relationships, abusing people, everything around you, if you are in that mood, if you are in that consciousness. So please be very clear. The moment you start clearly understanding, the whole world is going as per Dharma. It is Satya Yuga. Suddenly, you will attract the people who are living in Satya Yuga. You will create that kind of friendship around you. You will create that kind of circle around you. Suddenly you see you are in Satya Yuga. To enter into Satya Yuga, all you need to do is, you don't need to create Satya Yuga. Just tune yourself to Satya Yuga. That's all. The 6 feet, whatever is inside your skin, make that as Satya Yuga. Suddenly you will see whatever is outside your skin also will become Satya Yuga. Nothing else need to be done. You don't need to make the whole world. You don't need to create stages in every city and go and talk about Satya Yuga. Let the whole world become should become Satya Yuga. Then only then I will enter into Satya Yuga. No. Just change your inner space into Satya Yuga. Suddenly you will see, you will attract that kind of friends. Suddenly that kind of books will reach you. That kind of DVDs will reach you. That kind of websites will reach you. That kind of newspaper will reach you. That kind of things will reach you. All other things will become, you will lose interest. Suddenly you lose interest in all other things. In my whole life, I never went to cinema theater even once. People ask me, I studied in college. I studied diploma. People ask me, even in college, how did you manage, Swamiji? I said, somehow, I never felt that was part of my life. I'm not old person who lived 60 years ago, long, long before. I'm just 31. This generation. But that was never part of my life. People ask me, it is impossible. Without being influenced by cinema and TV, how can somebody be alive? I said, somehow, this is the way I am. They say, no, you are extraordinary, you are enlightened. Enlightenment happened few years before. But even before, somehow it was never part of my life. And even now, I can't sit in front of anything more than few minutes. Suddenly I feel completely disconnected. I don't feel it's a part of my life. I don't feel it's part of even my understanding. So please understand, if you enter into Satya Yuga, if you understand everything goes as per Dharma, the cosmos is not a sadist. Suddenly you see, you attract right people around you, you attract right things around you, the whole thing around you changes. It's a strong, straight, simple, honest, experiential truth. I am not saying change your inner space today, after 12 years your surroundings will become all right. No. All I am saying, change now, you will see the result from now. I am not proposing any theories to you. I am witness to what I am talking. See, there are different kinds of people. There will be always critics sitting and criticizing anything. No. What this Swami talks, it's all flowery words, fairy tales. I have experienced all, I have read about all these things long before. I have heard enough of all these things. These are all not truths. You have read, you have heard. Have you practiced? No. You come to conclusion by listening to some stories, some tales. No. These are all not true. And moreover, we have, see, always there will be one group of people, anything you say they will be against. There is a beautiful story, not beautiful, ugly story. In one village, there was a guy who was, the whole village abuses him as a fool. One enlightened master was crossing that village. This guy went to that master and said, whole village is constantly blaming me. I am a fool. Nobody respects me. Even a small kids throw stones at me, and they say I am a fool. Please make me intelligent. Give me buddhi. The master said, nothing needs to be done. I'll give you one simple technique. Practice this technique for 1 week. You will become intelligent. You will be respected by the whole village. That guy said, in 1 week, whole village will respect me. Come on, tell me. Even if I had to stand on head, I will stand. I'll do it. He said, no. You don't need to stand on head and all. Don't bother about that. That is not that difficult. Do only one thing. Continuously criticize anything you see. Anything you see, criticize. Nothing else needs to be done. If somebody says, what a beautiful moon, say, what is there? There are so many black patches inside. What kind of beauty it is? Criticize. If somebody says, beautiful rose, what is there? So many thorns are there. What kind of beauty it is? Go on, criticize. Continuously abuse. Nothing else needs to be done. There are people who gain name just by abusing. They can't create even one simple thing, but they can destroy anything. Go on criticizing, constantly criticizing. Many times, our devotees bring and tell me the newses. Swamiji, this guy has criticized you. That guy has criticized you. What to do? Please do something. He should be punished. I tell them, that state of consciousness which is residing, that is the best punishment. He doesn't need a separate hell. Understand? He doesn't need separate hell. He doesn't need separate punishment. He is already in hell. He is already in hell. Because constantly if you are criticizing others, please understand, you are not that intelligent to have two minds. One mind to measure others, one mind to live with yourself. If you are constantly abusing others, you are living with the same mind. So you will be constantly abusing yourself unconsciously. You will be constantly criticizing yourself. Anybody who is criticizing others continuously will be continuously torturing themselves. It's a basic law. We think, no, I'll criticize others. When it comes to me, I'll change my mental setup. I'll think in a different way. I will accept what I do. I'll do the same thing. But when others do, I'll criticize. You are not that intelligent. Please understand. We think, no. When others do the mistake, I'll criticize. I'll do the same mistake, but I will not disturb myself. I will not criticize myself. No. See your life. Constantly, if you are criticizing others' habits, if you want or not, you will carry that same mental setup and constantly you will be judging yourself and suffer with the guilt and inferiority complex. Anybody who accepts himself will accept everybody. Anybody who is judging and criticizing others will continuously suffer within himself. So whenever people bring me this kind of news, he has criticized you, he has disrespected you, he should be punished. Tell something, Swamiji. I tell them, no, relax. We don't need to punish him. He is in the state of consciousness. Already he is suffering. He has enough punishment. He is having enough punishment. Please understand. You don't do negative things and reach hell. You do negative things because you are already in hell. You are already in hell. And this guy who got the instruction from this master, he goes on abusing. He said, that is very easy, I'll do it. After 10 days, the master was coming back through the same village. After his pilgrimage, he saw a scene under a big neem tree. This guy is sitting, and the whole village is sitting below, sitting at his feet. They are all listening. When the master came, this guy looked and said, Master said, I want to talk to you. After the discourse, I'll see you. Please be seated. And after everybody left, he fell at the master's feet, fell at the feet of the master and said, oh master, it just really worked miracles. Master asked, what happened? He said, all I did is this only. I started constantly abusing. Whatever I see, whoever comes to me, I start abusing. And after a few days, people have started thinking, I am very intelligent. No, it takes only this much. To show yourself as intelligent, all you need is constantly abuse things around you. Nothing else needs to be done. Continuously criticizing. People who are continuously criticizing, one big problem is they will create only enmity. They will never be productive. They will never be productive. I have seen this kind of mental setup, this kind of people. They will never be productive. They will be such a lazy people, even in their personal life. I am seeing all over the world this kind of, all kinds of specimens I am seeing. This kind of people, they will be such a lazy, such a unproductive people. They can't do anything else except criticizing. They live in Kali Yuga. They live in Kali Yuga. That's the worst state to be in. If you understand, still Dharma is alive. Still Dharma is prevalent. Still, that is the way the cosmos is functioning. Cosmos has not changed the way because the time has passed. No. When you understand that, suddenly you will see your inner space will become Satya Yuga. You will start attracting friends, things, everything of the same energy, same consciousness, same Satya Yuga space. The third technique, understand? First technique is Shakti to change whatever you can. Second is Buddhi to accept whatever you can't. Third, it's important thing, Yukti. Yukti means clarity. Clarity. How much you change or accept, this whole thing is a one more dream. Understand? the ultimate step in Vedanta, or I can say ultimate truth in a simple words. Whether you accept or change, how much you accept or how much you change, the whole thing is a changing dream. There is no scale. The whole thing is changing dream. Now I am putting the whole thing in one word. You don't need to struggle at all. This is I can say, ultimate truth. What we call Zen or Advaita. The ultimate truth. However you change, the whole thing is a constant changing dream. If you understand this truth, how much you change, the whole thing is constantly changing dream. Suddenly you will see you are unclutched. You have a tremendous relaxation inside you. People ask me, if everything is changing dream, then I can do whatever I want. Please understand. If you internalize the truth, everything is a changing dream, you will not be able to do whatever you want. You will do whatever cosmos wants you. You will not be able to do whatever you want. Because the moment you understand this truth, the tremendous inner healing will start happening. The struggle or the suffering will come to an end. One glimpse, whatever is happening is a changing dream. It is constantly changing. Your ideas are changing. Your ideas about changing is changing. Your ideas about transformation is changing. Your ideas about problem is changing. The whole thing changes. For example, sometimes people come and ask me, Swamiji, 12 years before I started my spiritual practice, I thought all my struggles will end. But after 12 years, still I have struggles. Understand? You may have struggles, but not same struggles. The transformation in struggles means transformation in you has happened. 12 years before, you might have been fighting with something else. After 12 years, you might be fighting with something else. When your opponent has changed, be very clear, you have changed. Your opponent cannot change without you changing. It means transformation has happened. Now your fight is happening in different level. In different level. Means the whole thing is changing. 12 years before, what was your desire? What was your fear? What you define as transformation? What you define as mukti? Even those things change. Your concept about liberation constantly changes. The more you expand, the idea also changes. I always tell people, enlightenment experience is ultimate, but not final. That's a big difference. Ultimate means all your ideas about enlightenment will disappear. All your ideas about body, mind, everything will disappear. That does not mean everything is over. It will be constantly exploding into a different space. This moment, you will think, oh God, this is the ultimate experience I can bear. Not more than this. But that does not mean it ends there. Every moment you will be having the same feeling. That is what I call enlightenment. It is a limitless continuum. Please understand. Limitless continuum. It will be exploding, but constantly. What you think as ultimate now will be happening in you. After a few minutes, what you think as ultimate now will be happening in you. What you think as ultimate in this moment will be happening. Limitless continuum. The continuously. The whole thing is changing. It means your idea about enlightenment, your idea about desire, your idea about greed, your idea about you, your idea about Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat. All the three will change. Constantly it will be changing. That is what I call enlightenment. Please understand. People think enlightenment is retirement. No. No, you have an idea. After enlightenment, I will do this. I will do that. People come and ask me, Swamiji, what should I plan to do after enlightenment? I tell them, that plan he will do. You can't do. As long as you are planning to do, you will never become enlightened. Enlightenment is the last decision you can make. After that, you can't make any decision. All decisions will be made by somebody else or something else. All decisions will be made by something else. People think enlightenment is like a retirement plan. No, relax. It is a constant happening. It is a constant happening. You will realize everything, whatever, whether you change or you accept, it is just changing, changing, changing. It is just eternally changing. Yukti, to realize whatever you call as a reality is a changing dream. That is what I call yukti. There are so many wonderful truths which can be revealed inside you when you realize this whole thing is changing. So many things will be revealed. Your whole world is nothing but what you experience in your manasarira. For example, now what is your whole world? Whatever you are seeing, whatever waves created because of the seeing and listening inside you. This is what is your world. Now I am talking something. So each one is differently responding in your inner space to what you are seeing and what you are listening. That is what is each one's world. I can see each one responding in a different way to what I am talking. So now already one person is thinking, if whatever is changing reality, then why should I work? Why not lie down? Please understand, if by remembering this truth, if you think you can lie down, try lying down. You will not be able to lie down more than few days. Try. How many days you can sleep? No. We always have a fear. If I understand these great spiritual truths, I may become dropout from the society. I may not go to the job. I may not take care of my family. Who will pay my bills? Who will take care of my car, apartment? People have this big problem, this big fear. Understand? Assimilate these ideas. If this brings you laziness, just try to lie down. Relax with these ideas. How many days you can be lying down? How many days you think you will be sleeping? No, not more than few days. Your innate energy will not let you lie down as lazy. These truths can only bring you, it can only remove unnecessary restlessness. It can never make you lazy. We always think, logically question, oh, if I accept these ideas, then I may become lazy. No, accept, digest, assimilate, see. Only the unnecessary restlessness which is part of you, that will be removed. Never the needed energy, needed activeness, that will never be removed. You will be active, you will be alive, you will be taking care of your car, your house, your family, your relationships, your bank balance, everything. Only thing, the depression and irritation will be missing. But sometimes we feel that is missing. See, it was there for a long time with me. You feel lonely without that. Actually, after some time, you feel very connected and settled with the depression and irritation. If that is not there for 1 or 2 days, you attended by mistake some meditation, some satsang. It is not there. You feel something is lacking. What happened? From today morning, things are so silent, smooth. How come? Oh, yesterday I went to satsang. And you are waiting. All right, this effect will be there, I think, next 2-3 days. You calculate. You decide. You don't trust this effect can last long, or this can become your part of your being. This can become your nature. No. You say, no. All right, 2 days I'll be like this only. Afterwards, I'll become normal. I'll become all right. You wait for it. Understand? Understanding this one truth that whatever is just changing. Whatever I think as reality is just changing. That clarity relieves you from many sufferings. The tremendous inner healing will happen this moment in you. All our, you see, it's like many times you can see when you have the nightmare, strong frightening dreams like tiger chasing you, snake chasing you, or you are being imprisoned, or you are lost, you are near and dear ones, some kind of dreams. And suddenly when you wake up, what kind of relief you feel? Oh God, it is all dream. How relieved you feel. That feeling, that inner healing can happen this moment from this life. From this life. Understand? Whatever you are going through now, suddenly if somebody tells you, or you realize it's just a dream, what will happen? Oh God, what tremendous relaxation. What tremendous inner healing. Understand? You don't need somebody even to tell you. You yourself can remember. You yourself can recollect. You yourself can raise you to that understanding, that yukti, that whatever is happening around me is one more dream. Whatever I think as reality is one more dream. The third technique is yukti. Constantly you can remember. It's like a whole night you are dreaming as if you are making money, saving it, and building a big house. After completion of the house, you are wiping, cleaning. It's already clean. Even then you are cleaning, wiping. Suddenly you wake up. What will happen? That's the same thing you are doing. Remembering this again and again is what I call the third technique, yukti. Yukti of living enlightenment. The fourth, the ultimate one. The fourth important and ultimate one. Bhakti towards the unchanging energy. You may call that energy as God or Guru or Divine or Shiva. Any name you can use. Unchanging, feeling connection towards, strong feeling connection towards that unchanging reality, bhakti. Understand? Four technique to live enlightenment. One, Shakti, energy to change whatever you can. Next, Buddhi, intelligence to accept whatever need not. Yukti, understanding whatever you call as reality, how much ever you change, is one more dream. Changing dream. Yukti. Fourth one, Bhakti. Strong feeling connection. Feeling deeply secure. Strong feeling connection with the unchanging one. Unchanging reality. Understand? Strong feeling connection with that unchanging one. When it comes to you, you have a deep security feeling. Bhakti can bring tremendous security feeling in you. Let me explain how it can bring tremendous security feeling in you. If you think whatever you are having and enjoying, you are worthy of it, you will never have the fear it will be taken away from you. If you think everything is an accident, what has happened around you, your wealth, your intelligence, everything is an accident, you will always have a constant fear. Any moment it can be taken away. If not in this life, after death. If you understand what I am having is because I am worthy. Relaxing. It is because I am worthy. It is because I am worthy. It is there around me. If this clarity comes to you, you know very clearly, even if I die this moment, I'll come out and I'll rise in a space where I have all these things available. I have this much of intelligence, this much of money, this kind of ambience, this kind of situation, this kind of health. I am worthy of this. If you have that clarity, you know, even if you die this moment, you will take birth in the same kind of ambience. It will never be taken away from you. It will never be taken away from you. If you think whatever you have around you now is accident, you will have the constant fear. Even when it is there around you, you will not be enjoying. When you sit in the car, you will have one thought coming up. Who knows when the accident will happen? Who knows? Not only the car, even my life may be taken away from me. So even when things are around you, you will not be able to enjoy. When you relax, settle into that feeling connection to that unchanging one. Feeling connection to that unchanging reality. You may call it Shiva, you may call it Guru, you may call it God, anything. There is something which is unchanging. Feeling connected to it. Feeling connection happens in different dimensions. Sometimes in different bhavas. If you feel connected with a form, that's one kind of bhava. If you feel connected to the formless energy, that's one kind of form. It's a different thing. Different people feel connected with the different ways. People come and ask me, which is best one? Feeling connected through the formless way or feeling connected with the form? I tell them, there is no such thing as best. How it happens in your life. People who can't afford to feel connected to a living form, let them feel connected, because egoistic person can't afford to feel connected through a form. It hurts him. It is very easy to feel connected to some empty sky or open. Because you can continue to do whatever you want and put the blame on that empty sky. Nobody is there to question you. But you can't play that game with me. I'll question you. I'll tell, hey, you are playing your game and blaming me. So when you feel connected with the form, you need immediate transformation. So people who can afford this, let them feel connected with the form. People who can't afford, who don't have that kind of mental setup, let them at least feel connected without form. So it depends on the mental setup. It depends on the person. It depends on the way in which he is living. But anyway, if you feel connected to that unchanging reality, that bhakti, when it starts happening in you, please understand. Now what I am talking to you as a technique. Start developing it. It is possible. It is possible. Technique, the bhakti to the unchanging one. Suddenly you will see the tremendous acute feeling happening around you. The tremendous acute feeling happening around you. Now you know, whatever is around you, you are qualified for it. Even if you die this moment, if it is taken away, you will be again taking birth in a same space where all these things are provided, where all these things are around you, where all these things are directly with you. Only with this bhakti, you can overcome death fear. Till then, you can never overcome death fear. This is a straight method to overcome death fear. Otherwise, you will always have that fear. What will happen if I die? This apartment will be taken away. Who knows where I will take birth? I may be born in a slum. I don't know how long it will take for me to build an apartment. I don't know how long it will take for me to get a visa to USA. Again, I have to stand in the immigration. Again, I have to stand in the embassy. I don't know when I will go there and make money. I don't know when I will come back and establish myself here. All these questions. When you have feeling connection to that unchanging one, you know whatever is around you, you are worthy of it. And even if some way or other, even if it is taken away from you, you will again see you are in the same space. Everything is around you. Everything gathers around you. Please understand. I'll give the essence of whatever I am proposing. First thing, living enlightenment is living conflict-free. Conflict-free in your mind, body, and the outer space, which you experience as the world. Living in a conflict-free way with your body, mind, and the world you experience as your world. This is what I call living enlightenment. First definition of living enlightenment. Second, technique to live enlightenment. The fourth thing, Shakti, energy to change whatever you can, whatever you need to. Second, Buddhi, intelligence to accept whatever you need not change. Third, Yukti, how much ever you change, the whole world is one more changing dream. Whatever you think as reality, so one more changing dream. Yukti. Fourth, ultimate, Bhakti. strong feeling connection with unchanging reality. Actually, if you understand, whatever you experience is a changing dream. Suddenly, automatically, your whole consciousness will flow towards that unchanging reality. That is what I call bhakti. You don't need to create bhakti. Just remembrance. All these things are dream. Your whole consciousness will start flowing towards something which does not change. That's what I call bhakti. When you leave all these three, you are living Jivan Mukti. You are living enlightenment. So please understand, this is the essence of living enlightenment. Develop all these four, even if it is simple beginning. It's nothing wrong. Start. All the great achievements are done with a simple beginning only. Whether it is 5,000-mile journey or 10,000-mile journey, it starts with one step. Just yesterday we completed a Padayatra from Kanyakumari to Bangalore, our Nityananda Dhyanapidam Bididi, 1,000-kilometer Padayatra. 1,000-kilometer yatra, but it started with one step only. So, your Jivan Mukti, maybe how many kilometers I don't know, but it has to start with the first step. So I bless you all. Let you all achieve and live, radiate, living enlightenment. Let you all be Jivan Muktas. Let you all live enlightenment. Let you all achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Beautiful day, 70th anniversary of my first experience. Maybe I'll take few minutes to express exactly what happened. See, around the age of 10, I used to go and see this great master Annamalai Swamigal. He's a great enlightened being, one of the direct disciple of Bhagavan Raman Maharshi. He is the person who used to give bath to Bhagavan. Even when Bhagavan takes bath, he will be the person who touches his body and gives bath. Such a close disciple. One day, when he was giving bath, he writes in his memoirs, I thought I am touching the body, just a normal body. He thought, you see, when you are too intimate with God, you can forget. You may, sometimes there is a difficulty, you may take it for granted. I am touching, after all, a normal body. What it is? Everybody is worshipping this body. Everybody is feeling he is God, he is God, he is Bhagavan. I am touching only normal body. He says, suddenly something happened. I don't know what happened. And Bhagavan touched me. Whether he read my mind or not, I don't know what happened. And I went into Samadhi. And that's all. After that, completely he stopped working. Not only stopped working, stopped living normal way of life. He just started relaxing, settled down just near the ashram in one place. He sat. Just that one experience changed the whole life. He became enlightened. One of the great disciples, or enlightened disciples of Ramana Maharshi, I used to go and see him around the age of 10. He's a very nice elderly person. He was sitting and talking to the group of seekers. He was telling that we are not body and we are beyond suffering and pain and all those things. Naturally, I was not able to understand. How can he say that we are beyond suffering? If my mother beats me, I have pain. If my teacher shouts at me, I have a suffering. How can he say that we are beyond pain and suffering? Anyhow, I just did not leave that. Went home and took a knife and just cut my thigh to see whether I really have pain or not. See, when Krishna said, Atma will not be cut by sword and can't be burnt by fire and can't be destroyed by anything, Arjuna tested that philosophy on others by killing others. But I tested it unfortunately on me. Of course, there was pain and I was taken to hospital. Doctor did all the first aid and everything. After a few days, again I went back to him, asked him, what is this? What have you taught? See, you said that we will not have pain and suffering. I went and cut myself and now I have pain. I have suffering. A very deep cut. 13 stitches in those days. And 13 stitches is too much for a 10-year-old boy. And he was smiling at me and he said, my son, just try to find the source from where you are feeling the pain, point in which you are feeling the pain. Try to find the source. Do this meditation. Even after he taught the meditation, I was not completely convinced. I told him, it's okay, you have given me blessing or initiation or meditation. You could have done this before I cut my thigh. You could have done this earlier. Why did you make me cut my thigh and then talk all these things? He said that don't bother my son. Don't bother about this pain. Your courage to experiment with the truth will liberate you. That is enough. We'll take care. Don't bother. So it was a big inspiration. I said, all right, let me at least now do the meditation. Anyhow, cutting is over. Let me at least do the meditation. I used to play with the technique. I'll just sit and see from where the pain is coming or where that I'm feeling that I. Whenever I find time, I'll just sit and play with this technique. Not even seriously, just very casually. Trying to find the source of the self. Not even as a meditation, just as a casually. Don't know what will be the end of the meditation and all those things. What will be the result of what I am doing also. Just because he said, let us do, that's all. And I used to even think that maybe the end of the meditation, God will appear and tell that you will not have pain. Because I don't have a clear idea. I don't have a clear idea what will happen as the result of the meditation. He only told, do this, that's all. And I know for sure that if I do this, I will not have any suffering or pain in future. I may not have any suffering or pain in the future, that's all. No other idea or expectation of exactly what will happen if I do this meditation. no idea exactly what will happen if I do this meditation. Anyhow, started playing with the technique very casually, and one day, of course, the same day, second Tamil month, Purnima, Vaigasi is the month, Purnima, full moon day, evening, same time, around 4:30 to 6:30, maybe you can say this is the Sandhya time, when the sun sets and moon rises. In India, Sandhya means the this is the time, 4:30 to 6:30, that is the Sandhya time. Of course, I was not aware that today the day was Purnima and all those things. I was just sitting on a rock in the Arunachala hill, trying very casually, sitting and trying to find the source from where that I is raising, that feeling of I is happening. That day I was sitting for quite a long time. Don't know why I was sitting on all those things. Just was sitting and trying to find the source in a deep way. Suddenly something happened, like I am being sucked inside, pulled inside. Just I was being sucked inside. I was sitting with closed eyes, but I saw very clearly something opened inside. The moment that opened inside, I was able to see whole 360-degree without opening my eyes. My eyes was closed, but I was able to see complete 360-degree. Whatever was happening in the front, side, back, side, and up, down, all the direction. Not only I was able to see, I was able to feel clearly how much you all are alive inside your skin. How much you all are alive. We are all alive inside our skin. We can feel we are living inside our skin. Same way, same intensity, I was able to feel I am alive in everything I was able to see. Understand? I was able to see the whole thing, whatever was around me, the plants, rock, tree, everything. And I was able to feel that I am alive in everything. How I feel, how you all feel you are alive inside your body, same way I felt alive with the whole cosmos, with the whole existence. It was just, till then I was body. After that experience, I am body also. Understand? I am body also. It was a very deep experience. If it is just a word or imagination, it won't make such a big impact on your inner space. It was a strong conscious experience. See, now you know you are inside your skin. Anything you will listen as long as it does not disturb you. If something disturbs your life, naturally you know how to protect yourself, because you are alive inside. It is your conscious experience. How many people may teach you that you are not a body? You will listen, but you will not allow them to work on you. Because your conscious experience is your body. In my case, I am, this whole existence became my conscious experience. That is why I started living according to that. People feel surprised sometimes why I lived such a strong, intense life in that age. It's very difficult, unimaginable. It's unimaginable for you because it is not your conscious experience. It's such a simple thing for me because feeling the whole cosmos is me has become conscious experience. It was a very solid experience. Then late night, by the time I was able to move the body a little bit, it became late night. Somehow I came down. After settling into the body a little bit, I thought that some ghost has possessed me. I got frightened. Something has happened. Even though there is a deep joy inside, but I don't know what has really happened. First time, something new. Some ghost has possessed me or not, I don't know. I started thinking in that way and went to that Mataji Kuppammal and told her what happened. She just laughed and said that you are not possessed by ghost, you are possessed by God. And she gave me the courage to live with it, to accept that experience, and she supported me. For 3 days I was not able to eat anything. I think that is why so much of food is today offered. 3 days I was not able to eat anything. It was such an intense ecstasy, because if I see the food, that is also alive and this is also alive. I am sitting inside the food. What is there to put something into something? And it is there. Everything is alive. So how will you put something into something? You won't put your finger into your mouth and chew. So how to put something into something? Everything is life. It was such a solid experience. It took 3 days. She used to put little, somehow she will put little food in the mouth and try to force me to eat, but it will come out, and this way it happened, and she took care. After 3 days, body became a little settled. Then, even though she told me that I am possessed by God and supported me and helped me, she encouraged and gave me courage. Even though she supported that fear, I never went near that rock again for next 6 months. I'll never go near that area. And after a few days, I caught hold of my close friend, still he is there, and took him to the temple. The temple, I told him, I want to tell you some important thing. And he said, okay. We went to one corner where no people come. Not much visitors come. He was sitting next to me and told him, hey, see, from that day, something happened to me in the hill. I am able to see all 360 degrees now. I can see everything, what is happening in front of me and back side, every side. First he took me, he just started making fun of me. Fool, you are talking and all those things. He did not take me seriously. I told him, you see, if you want, you can check. You see, behind there is a tree, na? Ant is going. I can see, you see. It was a big shock for him. And I told very clearly behind the tree and what all is going on, who is crossing and what color dress he is wearing, without turning my head. And ant climbing the tree and that small insects, I told, that fellow got frightened. First shock for him. I told him, if you want, you check. He had a Indian rupee coin in his packet. He picked up the coin and he said, I will show behind your head. You tell me which side I am showing, head or tail. And we had that game. I told clearly, for 10-12 times he checked. I told very clearly. That completely shook that guy. I told him, you also go and sit on that rock, you will have this. No, because still I was not very clear why it happened and what happened and all those things. All I know is now I can see everything, and it is very joyful, like a bliss fever. It was a bliss fever, you see. And I told him, you also go and sit on that rock. I will tell you where it happened. I won't come. You go and you will also be able to see like this everything. And that fellow slowly started, no, now I have to go to house, I have to do my homework. I said, no, sit, I will tell you what all to be done. And he was telling, no, I have to go now, I am in some urgent work.
I caught hold of his hand. No, first, because I thought that he is going to escape. And he started telling, no, I am feeling like going to bathroom, leave me a hand. And I caught hold of him. I was trying to catch him, and no, sit. First listen the whole thing. And I could see very clearly when I was trying to catch him without running, I could see very clearly, body may be two, but I am alive in both the bodies. Both the bodies I am alive. But the poor guy, he can't understand. Then suddenly hit me, what is this? I feel like I am having two bodies. But he is completely frightened that I could see all the direction, and he can't imagine. Till yesterday I was his friend, and today I can do all these things. And he just said that leave me now I have to go to bathroom, and after going to bathroom I will come back. Because usually when you get frightened, first thing you will feel like going to bathroom only. This fellow ran, and whatever he did, 1 or 2, I don't know, but he ran away, never came back. And I was sitting there, thinking he will come back. And anyhow, after a few hours, I understood that this guy is not going to come back. I went back to home. Still now, he describes his experience, and Swamiji was catching me not to run, trying to make him sit. That time I felt that something was happening inside my body. He says that I am the first person who received energy darshan. He came and did our NSP. In NSP I gave energy darshan. He said that the same thing I felt that time. The same thing I had experienced that time. So first energy darshan. And it was fun. It changed the whole perspective of life. Our experience about life, and the idea about me and life and God, everything was changed. Earlier my idea about God, me, world, everything was totally different. Now my idea about the self, Jiva, the Jagat, world, and God, Ishvara, totally different. And yesterday I was sitting and talking with my ashramites. I was just seeing how this experience happened, why this experience happened. See, there are so many boys who are cutting their thighs or hands or legs in so many ways, but all of them are not having spiritual experience. Why did this happen? I can say one important reason. My whole inner space was ripe, ready for this small technique to just awaken or open it. Because constantly I used to be in that high frequency of feeling connected with the masters without even my awareness. See, who inspires or impresses you, they become hero of your inner space, in the young age especially. These great masters, they have impressed me so much. In every situation, internally, I will calculate how this master will behave at this moment. Let me behave that same way. For example, if I had some fear, I will remember how Annamali Swamigal will face this fear. He won't bother. He is an enlightened. Let me also be like that. The inner space was so inspired and impressed by these great masters. Every step in my life, I will think how he will behave. Let me do that. For example, if I see some sweet or something, My brothers and all will jump, hey, I want this chair, I want that chair. I'll think how Annamalai Swami will behave. He won't bother. He will keep it in one corner. It will be there. Let me also be like that. I don't know how this system got developed into me. So much inspired, impressed by that masters. The inner space was so pure also, young age. No other heroes. Only these masters are the heroes. And every step I used to think, how he will behave. Let me behave like that. How he will do. Let me do like that. I used to go for a circumambulation of the hill. To go around the hill. It's a 16 kilometer in the late night. When I have little fear, I'll think how Annamalai Swami will behave. He won't bother about fear. Then let me also be like that. Let me tell you one incident. Really it happened. Heavy rain. Maybe around the time when I had my first experience. I was going for a circumambulation of that hill. I had the fear, heavy rain and thunders, lightning. Immediately I thought, how Annamalai Swami will behave? He won't bother. He will just walk. Let me also do the same way. And I was walking through the traditional crematorium where people are cremated in India, cremated and buried. In India, both are done in same place. Burial and cremation, both are done in same place. I was walking through that because when you go around the hill, you are supposed, that path goes through that crematorium of Arunachala, the city's cremation ground. Suddenly I saw one dog biting something and eating. When I went near, the dog was trying to bark to drive me out. First thing, when the fear came, I saw that. I thought, how Annamalai Swami will behave? He won't bother. Just let me go. I started moving. Anyway, when I started moving, the dog got frightened and ran away. When I went near only, I saw it was a dead body which was not completely buried, came out in the rain, and it is lying on the road. And just imagine 12-13-year-old boy, midnight, dead body without head, because head is in the mouth of the dog. And the moment the fear started, it did not even reach my being completely. The shock, fear stroke did not even happen completely. The moment even the first thought started coming, the awareness was so intense. I thought, how Annamalai Swami will behave now? He will just walk around and go. Just walk around and go. I went, that's all. That's all. Just I took bypass, detour, walked, did not even bother to turn back and see. Just walked. The fear stroke did not reach my whole body. The fear stroke, which was like a pebble which started, or which was about to start, did not even open up and reach my body. The heat or that shivering or that shaking was not there in the body. Just it's died. It's not there. Intensely, the whole conscious inner space was ready. That is the reason the just a small punch or a small inspiration was able to put me into that experience. That's what I call living enlightenment. When you live enlightened master's body language, you live enlightenment. Whenever any thought comes into my body or into the space, first thing I'll think, how he will behave. Naturally, this will not be there. Then forget about it. Forget about it. Anything, whether it is related to clothes or food or anything, if I feel little lazy to meditate or to walk, I'll think how Annamalai Swami will think now. How he will handle this situation. Naturally, he will not bother about this laziness. He will get up and sit and meditate. Do that, that's all. So he became the scale. These masters became the scale or the inner space, just constantly from morning till night, constantly they became the life center. I asked him once, Swamiji, that I saw the Arunachaleshwara in dream. Do you also see him in the dream? He said, no, I don't have any dream. You don't have dream? Then how can I have dream? That night I said, no dream. Annamalai Swami will not have dream. Then how can I have dream? No dream. You will be surprised. That night when some dream started happening, I clearly inside the dream I am saying, no, Annamalai Swami doesn't have dream. Then how can I have dream? Dream disappeared. Just dream disappeared. The inner space was so thorough, so innocent, so straight, direct. It just happened. It just happened. Even if I feel cold or anything, I will remember how he will behave. It doesn't bother, he won't bother. Then don't bother, over. There was no further questions, arguments inside. The biggest problem for a seeker is, I know it is right, but I am struggling. You are dead. You are dead. Over. Over. You will neither achieve this nor achieve that. Earlier you die, better for you and the planet Earth. Over. If somebody says, then nothing can be done by you. Nothing will be done. Then what will you do? Because you will be talking this, you will be stuck with this one idea for janmas. This is what we call karana sarira, giving reason. Understand? I know what Swamiji is talking is right, but I am not able to. Means what? Caught in karana sarira. You will never be able to get out of this layer unless you just take a strong step and put your foot down. Anybody, be very clear, just look back, look into yourself. If you are caught in this layer, be very clear, nobody can save you. Nobody can save you. You may take today's my message. Do not be stuck in that layer. Anywhere you are stuck, okay. Anywhere you can get stuck, nothing wrong. Not in that layer. Not in that layer. That is what I call evil. See, Ravana knows very clearly Sita is his own daughter. Ravana knows, but he says, I am not able to control. Then what happens? Over. See, Ravana is nothing but a schizophrenia. That is why 10 faces. It's a schizophrenia. One face, one line, one part of him is so devoted to Shiva. And one part of him is filled with lust to Sita. One part of him, arrogance and violence. It's a schizophrenia, that's all. If you are stuck in this concept, I know what Swamiji is talking is right, but I can't do, you are Ravana. Done. Nothing can be done. Even if you worship Shiva, Shiva can't save you. Ravana is a great Shiva Bhakta. You understand? Shiva was not able to save him. Worshipping Shiva did not save him. He's a great Shiva Bhakta. He built a huge temple in Trigonamalai, in Sri Lanka. There's a big temple, Trigonamalai. He brought the Shiva, worshipped. Integrated devotion is the devotion. Schizophrenic devotion is not devotion, understand? It is Ravana Bhakti. If you say, I know it is right, but I am not able to get to that, I am not able to get there, over. The reason for my first experience is, I never had that thought in my inner space. If Annamalai Swami will does, I will do, over. Nothing else. That's all. Any thought comes up inside, how will Annamalai Swami respond for this thought? how he will respond? How he will respond? He will not have this. Then forget about it. Then that is not mine. Over. Take this as a message. This is the message for you, you all. Understand, in any situation, just remember how Swamiji will behave, how Swamiji will react, how Swamiji will face this situation. Simply you will see new door opens. This is what I call living enlightenment. Understand? You don't need anything else. This one is enough. Even while you are sitting, if thoughts are coming, if Swamiji is just sitting, what will be going on inside him? Naturally silence. Then why are you thinking? Silent. Over. Nothing else. That's all. Your mind will, if your mind says, no, I know it's true, but I can't do this, it's too much. Then you think, if Swamiji's mind says like this, how he will behave? You would have finished the mind that moment. That's all. Nothing else. That's all. Just be very clear. Carry this one message. Maybe you can take this one message and let this message become life into you. The message of living enlightenment. See, understand, from the age of 10, of course, around the age of 10 only I was inspired and impressed by him. That was the time I started. But I didn't even know it's a meditation technique or it's a technique or all those things. Just it started. How he will behave. How Annamalai Swami will behave for this situation. Because many times in the house, my brothers or family will, if they start fighting for something, some share, this, that. And I'll think, how Annamalai Swami will behave? He won't even bother. Forget about it. Let them have. That's all. Because actually this is what I call relationship with master. Relationship with master is not just doing some puja or putting some flowers or worshipping him once in a while. No. Being thoroughly impressed by him. Anything comes up, fear or insecurity or greed or anger, anything comes up, just see how he will behave. Simply it will disappear. It will just disappear. A simple understanding. Living enlightenment. Simple understanding enough, it will disappear. Nothing else is needed. Carry this one message. Carry this one message. See, the ordinary relationship, your relationship with master, many times I used to tell people, relationship, strong feeling connected with master is enough, you don't need any other technique. That means this is what? This is what? Not just your ordinary relationship. Your ordinary relationship, you neither try to understand me nor try to imbibe. Just it is there. Just it is there, and that is not, I can't even call that as a relationship. It's a regular, ordinary thing. Feeling connected with master means just living him, living master. When you live the master, only then you feel connected to him. Only then you are expanding. Only then something is happening in you. Otherwise, you are Ravana. See, Ravana's 10 head means what? Schizophrenia. That's why different phases. Different phases of him only is called schizophrenia. And, sometimes he behave nicely, sometimes he behave rudely, sometimes with lust, sometimes with worshipping mood. That's why they put him all the phases. They described him like a cartoon, so many phases. Integrate. No Karana. No more being Ravana. And just let the whole body and mind imbibe the energy and spirit, inspiration of master. That's all is the message. Why this does not happen in us, Because of so many other relationships. Your inner space is occupied by so many other persons, and so many other people have inspired you, or impressed you, or gave the idea that they are heroes. I always tell people, the relationship between disciple and disciple will lead to hell. Any relationship between disciple and disciple will lead to hell, because blind leading to the blind, what will happen? Both will fall into the big ditch. Both will fall into the big ditch. Disciple-disciple relationship is the worst thing which can happen to a disciple. Disciple-disciple relationship is allowed only when some disciple enriches your faith and trust towards the master. That's all. Sometimes disciple A may inspire disciple B and enrich his devotion towards master. Only at those few moments this relationship is allowed, because at those few moments disciple A is not working. Through him master's energy is working. So he is no more a disciple at those few moments. Otherwise, in other moments, he is himself. I always tell people, even the people whom I put in the front, on the stage, do not think your relationship with them is going to be good. No. No. They are put on that stage with one idea. For those few moments, they can inspire you and create trust on the master. Afterwards, forget about them. Relationship is only with master-disciple. When two unenlightened persons starts relating, blind leading to the blind, direct hell. You don't even have to travel to the hell. You will bring you will have home delivery. Your home will be delivered to your home. Home delivery. Understand? Only those few moments when they inspire and increase your devotion or faith towards the master, the relationship can be allowed, because those few moments they are no more disciples. Master's energy is working through them. After those few moments, just forget about them. Any disciple-disciple relationship is leading to hell. Carry these two words as a message. If just these two words, next Buddha Purnima, you will be celebrating your first experience. Understand? That should be the goal. Carry just these two as message. Anything comes in your mind, how Swamiji will behave. Do the same. And one more thing, be very clear. When you behave as I am behaving, you will have whatever I am having. That's a promise from existence. Because I am not having anything for which I am not qualified. You understand? A corporate company may have something for which they are not qualified. That is why it is taken away. I am not having anything for which I am not qualified. That is why I don't have fear that something will be taken away from me. I am a solid rock. Anything which is around me, I am qualified. Same way, when you just carry this one message, live like a master. For whatever you are qualified, it will always gather around you. And it will always stay with you. It will always be with you. Understand? Person who is courageous enough to say, how master will live? This is the way. Let me live. If your mind may create some other question, who knows, this is the way he will behave. I think he behaves in a different way. No. He may behave, but what can I do? I am not in that state now. I have not reached that stage now. He is enlightened. Then ask your mind, how Swamiji will behave for this thought? He will just not bother. He won't bother. I was not enlightened when I started living like Annamalai Swamigal. So naturally, he will not bother. Let me also not bother. Over. That's all you need to carry. when you carry this one truth in you, you are carrying me. You are carrying me. Carry the master. You will give birth to yourself. If you carry your husband or wife, you will give birth to one more person. Carry the master. You will give birth to yourself. You will give birth to yourself. Just these two is take the message for you to take home. Disciple-disciple relationship is hell. Understand? I am not saying it will lead to hell. That itself is hell. And that is the reason your inner space is caught by too many unnecessary things. Second thing, important thing, for anything happens in you, how the master will behave, how master will respond, how master will be. Just be. Don't bother about any difficulty. Any difficulty comes up, just see how he will behave at this time. At the most, what difficulty can come? Death. Just remember how Swami will die. He will die, leave the body beautifully. Let me also do the same thing. That's all. What else is there? Nothing else. Anything can come. Just remember that one thing. How he will live, how he will live. Do the same thing over. Actually, this feeling connected, that gave the truth. That made me alive, intense, energetic. So even a small inspiration, this technique is very simple technique. Even such a simple thing can lead to such a wonderful experience because I was ready. Otherwise, there are so many people who are sitting and asking, who am I, who am I, who am I, from where thoughts are coming. But nothing is happening to them except little mosquito and forget about seeing 360 degree. They stop seeing even inside. Even understand, carry this one message. Only later on I came to know that that day was Purnima. Afterwards, it's Mataji Kuppammal, she, her sannyas name was Brahma Yogini Vibudananda Puri Devi. Vibudai. She is called as Vibudai. It is she who found out from the calendar that was Buddha Purnima evening. The same moon which witnessed Buddha's awakening. Same moon as witnessed. Understand, the same moon is coming again and again. So, let the moon not miss some more enlightenments. Give some more chance to the moon. There is every possibility. All of you can give chance to the moon. Just carry this one message. Understand, it should go so deep in your inner space. While dream starts coming inside you, you should remember, hey, will Swamiji have a dream? No. Then relax. It should go so deep into your inner space, and it can go. Many times you can see, you will be aware inside your dream itself. You will be aware inside your dream. One person came and told me, Swamiji, I had a dream that some ghost was trying to catch me. Inside dream I remembered you, and suddenly that it has left. Means what? Inside dream also, the faith that Swamiji will save me has gone inside. When that can go inside, this can go inside. Not that in dream ghost will catch you. Dream itself is a ghost which will catch you. Suddenly, clearly remember, over. It is possible. Carry this one. How Swamiji will behave. Any problem can be solved with this one thought. Anything in the internal world can be solved. Because Paramahamsa is a person who has seen all experiences. He is only called Paramahamsa. If he has not had some experience, existence makes him go through that experience, only then he becomes Paramahamsa. So whatever you go through, you went through, going through, or yet to go through, I went through already. So there is no space which you can say, I have not gone through. I have not gone through. So be very clear. Just remember this one word, how Swamiji will live. Just live, over. Just live. You will see, you will be living enlightenment. So carry this one message and live it. And remove all other relationship from the head. You must be having many examples, how he will behave, how he will behave. From them on, you learn from your boss, how your boss will behave. You do the same way. You learn from your parents in the young age. You learn from your mother, father, so many things. Now decide, learn from the master. See, when mother hands you over to the father, you have to forget whatever you learned from the mother. When father hands you over to the master, you have to forget whatever you learned from the father. When master hands over you to the God, you have to forget whatever you learned from the master. So now, it's your job. Remember whatever you learned from the master. You will be handed over to God. Then there will be nothing to remember. There will be nothing to remember. People will remember you. When you don't have to remember things, people will remember you. That's all. So, disciple-disciple relationship leads to hell, because disciple-disciple relationship, you see, disciple-disciple relationship means what? You are in some difficulty and depression. That is why still you are disciple. And the other person is in difficulty and some depression. Both depression meeting with each other, what you will say? Depression plus depression? Not even square, infinity. Depression infinity. Because it is a quality. So it just becomes infinity. And you will vomit that infinity on everybody. And now you will see that whole over. It's like a garbage van. In India, if garbage van goes through a street, the whole street will be garbage. They will collect the garbage from houses and spread it all over the streets. No, that is their job. Now you can say that today morning through the street garbage van went, garbage truck has passed. Same way, when two depressed people gather and walk through a street, they will put garbage on everybody and go back. Do not be an Indian garbage truck. Depression, and not only, see, when two depression gathers, it's not just depression square, depression infinity, because they will vomit depression on everybody. They will vomit depression on everybody. Disciple-disciple relationship is hell. Forget that. Let the relationship be only with the master. Anybody who inspires you and enriches your trust towards the master, those few moments, he is master's energy. Only those few moments, it's okay. Not after that. Not after that. Even the same person, no relationship after that moment. No relationship after that moment. Only those few moments, over. Understand and carry these two messages. Live enlightenment. Just carry this one thing. Anything, how master will live. Live like that. So, by next year, you will be celebrating your anniversary of first experience. My blessings, let you all live enlightenment and achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.